Welcome again, friends. We are learning the chapter Cell, the Unit of Life. In the last few videos we are talking about prokaryotic cells, and in this video we are going to talk about eukaryotic cells. So we have seen the main difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. What is that? The difference between their nucleus. Eukaryotic cells possess true nucleus and membrane bound organelles, which prokaryotic cells do not have. So let's talk about eukaryotic cells in this video. As the name suggests, eukaryotic, which means they will contain eu means true and karyon means nucleus, so they will contain true nucleus. So the cells which contains true type of nucleus, these types of cells are known as eukaryotic cells. So which type of organelles and which types of organelles comes under these eukaryotic types of cells are animals, kingdom Animalia, plants, kingdom Plantae, Monera, which means bacteria or archaebacteria, and Monera, Protista, and fungi. So these four kingdoms comes under the eukaryotic types of cells, and the mistake which I have done, the kingdom Monera, which comes under the prokaryotic types of cells. So which means prokaryotic types of cells are mainly of bacteria and archaebacteria or mycoplasma, which means they will not contain any true nucleus. Their genetic material will be placed inside the cytoplasm nakedly. But these organisms have the eukaryotic types of cells, which means their cell will be more complex. They have true nucleus and membrane bound cell organelles, right? And one more difference is eukaryotic cells have much larger in size and prokaryotic cells are much smaller. The advantage of this feature is that prokaryotic cells reproduce more rapidly because they have the small structure than eukaryotic types of cells. So that is the main difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. So let's draw the typical structure of eukaryotic cells. Suppose this is the eukaryotic cells. Any cell has its cell membrane, which is made up of phospholipid, cell membrane, or it can be called as plasma membrane. So it is made up of phospholipid bilayer, which means there will be lipids and phosphorus will be present, and bilayer means two layers will be present in the cell membrane of the eukaryotic types of cells. This main feature of the plasma membrane is they are selectively permeable, means they will allow some particular types of molecules to enter inside the cell and allow particular types of molecules or material to go outside the cell. So they are selectively permeable, means those particles which are allowed to be enter inside the cells, only those will be entered through the plasma membrane. So that is the main function of plasma membrane. They will differentiate the outside environment from the inside of the cell. After that, if the cell is a plant or fungi cell, it will contain one more layer of cell envelope, one more layer outside the plasma membrane, which is called as cell wall, right? Which is called as cell wall. So cell wall can be made up of polysaccharides or some proteins can be there. Mainly plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So cell wall is present in plants and fungi. In animals, cell wall is absent, only cell membrane is present. After that, we have talked about true nucleus, which means nucleus will be there, and that nucleus will have nuclear membrane, which means nucleus will be separated from the cytoplasm of the cell. We all know what is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the fluid matrix which is present in the cell and which gives all the cell organelles space to be placed inside the cell. So all the cytoplasm, all the space which is inside the cell is known as cytoplasm, and in that cytoplasm all the biochemical reactions are going on. So all the biochemical reactions, which means that all the metabolic activities which are catabolism and anabolism, synthesis of biomolecules and breakdown of biomolecules is going inside the cytoplasm. So that is known as cytoplasm and nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we all know the genetic material is present in the form of chromosomes, and that genetic material can be transferred from one generation to the another generation. So genetic material is present inside the nucleus in case of eukaryotic cells. Apart from that, there is a special structures which is known as endoplasmic reticulum is present inside the eukaryotic types of cells. What is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? They can be function in the protein synthesis if they are the type of rough endoplasmic reticulum, which means they will contain ribosomes on the surface of their, which means they will contain small structures like ribosomes. We all know what is the ribosomes. Ribosomes are the sites of protein synthesis. They help to provide site for the protein synthesis. So if the ribosomes are present on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, that endoplasmic reticulum will be called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, which means that is going to play a role in the protein synthesis to make proteins. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which means that endoplasmic reticulum will not have any ribosomes on its surface, and it will perform function of synthesis of lipids. So lipids will be synthesized by this endoplasmic reticulum. After that, some similar structures like endoplasmic reticulum, which are Golgi apparatus. So Golgi apparatus are also present inside the eukaryotic types of cells, and these Golgi apparatus are perform the function to transport of some materials like proteins from one place to another place inside the cell or outside the cell. So these are the Golgi apparatus. The main we will study the function and the structure of Golgi apparatus and endoplasmic reticulum in next few videos. After that, some ribosomes are there also in the cytoplasm. We all know ribosomes are of ATS type in the case of eukaryotic types of cell. ATS types. In prokaryotes, we all know 70S types of ribosomes are present, but in case of eukaryote 80S, and in the 80S type of is for Swedberg unit, and in the 80S type of ribosomes there will be a large subunit and one is small subunit. Larger one will be of 60S type and smaller one will be of 40S type. And ribosomes, what do ribosomes do? They perform a function in protein synthesis to translate mRNA into the polypeptide. They make chain of amino acid which will be folded to form proteins. After that, some vesicular structure, ball-like structures are known as lysosomes are also present. What do lysosomes do? Lysosomes have all types of hydrolytic enzymes, which means they will use to break down those types of proteins or carbohydrates or fats, and they contains hydrolytic enzymes. They will secrete those enzymes to break down to hydrolyze proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. Another thing which is present in the eukaryotic cells, which is vacuoles. It can be large or small. Vacuoles. So what is vacuoles? Vacuoles are the membrane bound space in which water or excretory material is stored inside the nucleus. Inside the vacuoles. So they are the membrane bound space in which water, sap or excretory material is stored in the vacuoles. So there are more things like microtubules and cytoskeletons are also present inside the eukaryotic cells, but overall the eukaryotic cells is much I'm very sorry for background noise. Eukaryotic cells are much complex than prokaryotic types of cells, because these contains all these membrane bound cell organelles which are absent in the prokaryotic cells. So I hope this is clear to you, what is the difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells and all the organelles. We are going to study each and every organelle of the eukaryotic cells in much more detail, and all the structure and the function of cell organelles in much more detail in next few videos. I hope this is helpful to you. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you so much.